Welcome to Geography 461. Online, this course is entitled Environmental and Resource Geography, but for me, it's Great U.S. Ecological Catastrophes. 3 units, we meet twice a week in the spring semester, in person and online equally well suited. The word catastrophe usually invokes truly big events like meteor impacts, which can alter environments worldwide for an extensive length of time, or mega eruptions of volcanoes, like what Yellowstone is capable of, which would also change life as we know it, at least for North America. These kinds of events are not things humans can do much about, and they are covered in other courses, so they are not included in this course. Rather, our catastrophes were more ecological in nature. They didn't necessarily wipe out whole continents, though they certainly were large in impact and lasted a long time. They were caused, at least in part, by human action, which means they might have been avoidable and could be fixed if different action were taken. And they remain relevant to modern times, namely to global warming. In this course, we'll cover 6 ecological catastrophes of the past, starting with the Dust Bowl, a pretty obvious environmental hardship that came to a head in the 1930s, but actually had its starting point way back in the 1800s. Also in the 1800s, the passenger pigeon, probably the most abundant bird species ever, was killed outright all the way to extinction, a staggering event in ecological history. As for trees, throughout the 1900s, America lost 2 great species, chestnut, a perfect tree generally, and elm, the perfect shade tree. Also beginning around 1900, fire regimes of western forests were altered, resulting in forest conditions now that are ripe for gigantic, devastating fires nearly every year. And how about lead? Pb on the periodic table, this useful metal happens to be toxic when ingested. Lead was added to gasoline, thereby spreading it across all environments and causing a public health nightmare. And finally, oil spills. Infamous oil spills of the past obviously have been bad, especially for wildlife. But our focus will be broader than any one spill. Modern society is stuck on oil, and therefore oil spillage is inevitable. Believe it or not, past ecological catastrophes speak to the modern phenomenon of global warming, which threatens to become catastrophic in its own right. It is warmer now than before, and impacts of continued warming are many, varied, and potentially devastating. It seems obvious that something should be done to avoid catastrophe, but the status quo kicks in and meaningful action is not taken. Ecological catastrophes of the past also experienced the status quo effect, so they provide lessons for dealing with warming today. The signature assignment in this course will be a video documentary about the ecological catastrophe of your choice, sort of like this promo video you're watching right now. Video production is easy to master, and the University of Arizona makes the software and hardware freely available to all members. Once you get video into your personal toolkit, you'll feel empowered academically, perhaps more than ever before. So please sign up and take this course. Interesting, compelling content and a great skill for storytelling. Email me to learn more.